AFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On first down, Bowser, and an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Looking to throw. Fields will get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. No gain on this defense.
From the gun, Fields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a giant first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down now, Bowser, and he'll take it down here. Shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Where's 52? 52's the line.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get through. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Well, they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the screen.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and 8. Able to get the 1st down in the process.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Moss. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun to give to Penny. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 42. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
I'm plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. Are usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
54. Mike 54. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Fields. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is, because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out come the Giants. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed and quickness of that defensive line.
And he's going to go down again.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
To throw from his end zone. Fields. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, Fields. Open there is Q2, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here all day. Hey,
operating from the gun, Fields. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football. Low